Hello, hello, hello. It is me, your True Heel Phenom SP3. We are back once again with another exclusive interview for Tru Heels BTR Between the Ropes. This time are with one of my favorite wrestlers in the world. She is representing the dark side, where wrestling demons in and out of the ring. She is the very unique, the very twisted, the one, the only, the owner of 1,004 Knives, Holidead.
Thank you. Am I really one of your favorite wrestlers? Or are you just saying that because I'm on your podcast?
Nope, you were legitimately, you were the one when I connected with Mission Pro Wrestling. You were the number one wrestler on my list that I wanted to talk to because you have this unique energy. You always I think that we can have a great conversation, which the people are gonna see right now.
All right, no pressure. All right, we'll see how it goes. Thank you for trusting me to have a good conversation, and I appreciate being somebody's fave. That's what's up. Yeah.
I'm already a fan of this conversation already for your glasses as well as the panda hat. I'm a big panda fan, so this is all good as far as I'm concerned.
A little different. I've been told I'm different, so you know.
Well, everyone watching, give this video a thumbs up. Share this video with all your wrestling fans and friends. Of course, there is the comment section below. Let us know what you thought about Tru Heels BTR with Holidead, or your thoughts on Mission Pro Wrestling in the comments below. Push the iCard to subscribe, the bell below that to press all for all notifications for all the great content right here on Tru Heel Heat. So, Holidead, we are about a week away as we're having this conversation from Mission Pro Wrestling. Wishes granted on February 6th at Pinball's Kingdom in Rudu, Texas. This is a big match that you got coming up. Me and Melanie, as well as Dr. Stenson, we were on the pre-show for this event, and we said this is the grudge match. This is going to be the hardest hitting, the most physical matchup, and your promo that you recently released on social media kind of back that up. That's why I call you the owner of 1,004 Knives. So please explain to the people your beef with Genocide and why this match is coming up at Wishes Granted.
I mean, I don't even think it was a beef originally. You know, as some of you know, if you follow Mission Pro, I'm part of the commentary team with the lovely Brittany Nicole. Shout out to my partner in crime there. And as a wrestler, joining the commentary table, it's different for me watching. And watching Genocide work, it was something I respected. Like I like a big girl that can go. I see too many big girls they claim to be this and they go out there and they're fucking soft and pussyfoot and she threw down and I was a fan. I was I'm at a point in my career where I'm tired of working people that don't want to fucking go. They're afraid to hit you. They're afraid to touch you. And I felt like none of that from her. And I was like, this is a big girl that can go. I respect that. And you listen to my commentary and I say that, I respect that. If Mission Pro ever give me the chance to step around from this table, that's somebody I want to go with. And the name of the show is Wishes Granted. So they granted me that wish. But upon that, again, me being me, I'm like, respect is respect. But as the match is being called, all I hear on social media is oh, Genocide's got her next target, and Genocide's target locked, and I'm like, I'm a target. When the fuck did this happen? Who am I? Am I nobody now? Somebody show me the receipts of me ever getting drugged in a match, and somebody just beating me to or it was just a cakewalk, and that's how I felt. I don't know. She's a robot, she's a cyborg, so maybe it ain't. Maybe that's just the way her brain, her little twitches and her shit work. It ain't no thing for her, But, if anybody knows me, I'm a very emotional creature. So I took, to put out the MJ meme, I took that shit personal, put some respect on my name. All I am is a target. That's where the grudge is for me. Other than that, it was just let me throw down with somebody who I feel like is good competition, is a good worker. But then when you start, I feel you keep calling me a target, that you got twitches in your brain. That's just triggering twitches in my brain. It's I'm a what? That's all you see me as? And I've been saying, fuck around and find out. I'm wearing that shirt. You gonna fuck around and find out. All I am is a target. Oh, you gonna see. Like this target can hit, and I'm gonna come at you. I'm gonna come at you hard, and like, and you're gonna learn not to call me that ever again. And I don't know if I answered your question, but yeah.
No, you sufficiently did for sure, but I kind of understand where you're coming from because this is kind of your like dream match in Mission Pro Wrestling, and now you have someone that's kind of trying to make their name off of you. But are you? I'm not gonna even ask you the question. Are you intimidated by Genocide? Because I know that's a definite no. But
Okay.
are you apprehensive about her record being undefeated in Mission Pro
Nah,
Wrestling?
nah, nah, nah. Again, like as I said, like as a worker watching and commentating, I see what she's about. Like, I don't think nobody is like unbeatable. And again, I said that's something I saw and I respected. And I wanted to say to Mission Pro, like, yeah, you got me on commentary, but like I got that itch to go. And it's like if I see somebody can go, and I feel like they can go toe to toe with me and give me a good fight, I want that. Like I don't give a fuck about no record, none of that shit. But like I'm gonna go. But now that you keep calling me a target, like it is a little personal, and I'm gonna give you a little more than what you thought was coming, and we're gonna break some circuits, and you're gonna learn today. You're gonna feel. You're gonna become human. Right. I'm gonna turn you right back. Yeah.
Turn that clock back and
Yeah.
rework the wiring a bit.
Fucking right. Fucking right. I don't know if this is PG.
No,
It ain't anymore. All right.
we
Goddamn right. Yeah.
we never go PG, and we wouldn't for you,
I
Holiday,
was
for
gonna
sure.
say, yeah. Anybody know me? You need the fucking bleep button. So yeah. Yeah.
Don't worry, we're hesitant to press that B button for
All right.
anything.
Yeah. Do you?
So Mission Pro has a lot of young professional wrestlers, independent wrestlers, really in the infancy of their career. And a lot of people older in the business might say that you're kind of younger into your career. I think you only hit your 7th anniversary from your in-ring debut.
I don't even like people say 7th anniversary. I don't call it that. I say 5. I trained for 2 years. Like I was in a school for 2 years. I did student shows. Like I didn't get paid for that. So like for me, that was still part of training. I didn't
Yeah,
become a professional and start making money at this 5 years until 5 years in. For 2 years, I trained. I only worked at one place, and that was my school. Like that was me honing my skills. Like if you could like compare it to like an NXT, like before
yeah.
you get to go to the next level. And like I wasn't getting paid for that. I was still paying my dues, breaking, setting up rings. I mean, I still do that, of course, but like for me, I don't consider that a professional level. Like I don't consider that 7 years. And I always say I trained for 2 years, pro for 5. So
Got it. No,
yeah.
no, that it's like the with if you go to a sports analogy, like going to college sports and then
Mm-hmm.
going to the major leagues. So I definitely understand where you're coming from. But how is it to kind of be considered only like 5-year pro, like you said, as like one of the veterans of the women's wrestling right now? Because you got Thunder Rosa, especially in Mission Pro Wrestling, you're kind of viewed as like a standard bearer. Even though you're behind the commentary desk, people are trying to strive for you, like Genocide.
Like people that it's still weird. Like when people say like look at me as a vet and stuff, and it's like still like not even on the like to be super humble, but I'm like I ain't nobody. I ain't did shit. Like how am I? I don't understand how I'm a vet or whatever, but I talked to my trainer, Gangrel, and like and other people, like Ray Lynn, who's a friend of mine. She's just like, it's just the way you was trained, it's the way you came up, it's the way that I carry myself. I guess that like people look to that, and like, I mean, if I could help somebody that's not a piece of shit in this business, then that's cool and that's great, and I hope to see you do all the best.
Absolutely. You have the right mentality when it comes to that for sure. So, you got your training from Gangrel. How was it to kind of be under the learning tree of a veteran and a legend in the professional wrestling business? And how much of his work did you see of him before you started training with him?
Uh, I mean, it's indescribable to say how it is to be under the learning tree. Like it's still somebody I call to this day, and and he'll pick up the phone and ask me what's going on, what's the problem, this, that, and the third. So like that's still my trainer, my wrestling pops, mentor, or whatever. I mean, like before I even got into wrestling, like many people, I only knew about WWE mainstream. I didn't know about indies and all the other territories and stuff. So like Gangrel's been wrestling since he was like 17, 18 years old. Like that's all he's ever done. Like, and people only know him for the Attitude Era, like coming out with the vampire stuff, and that's cool. But like that man can fucking go. Like I feel like he's one of the most underrated, underappreciated like minds of our business, and like that's like legitimately somebody to learn from. Like he beat my ass in training. And it's like But like he sees, you see it in my work, and you see it, he sees it, like that aggressiveness and all that stuff, like the dark side, like it's not a gimmick, like that's real life stuff that comes from deep down, like, and that's all stuff that I learned from him and how to be and just hone that, all of that.
Yeah, that's a good like and learning base to kind of start off your education in the wrestling business, having that wealth of knowledge that he has. But as your career progressed, you moved over to Japan to, stardom, which is kind of the birthplace of the women's revolution in my eyes. Like a lot of the women that are key players around the world have came through stardom in Japan. But how is that like as far as the learning experience from going with training with Gangrel, becoming a pro, and then going over to Japan? And how was the biggest difference from being here to being in Japan?
Well, like when I went to Japan, like I had pretty much just left my training school. Like I did like maybe one or two indie shows, and then it just so happened I got the opportunity to go to Japan. Like I was ready, like skill wise, but like I wish like I had the confidence and like all of that stuff that I have today to go over there now. It's like I didn't know what to expect. Like I mean, like I was trained properly. I was respectful. Like I knew I was gonna go in there, work hard and stuff. Like, but I felt like I didn't know myself yet as a full character, as a worker. So like I was still trying to find myself over there and like figure out what they wanted. But like when you get the opportunity to go to Japan, when they pick you, like they want you for you. They don't want you to come over there and try to do their style. And I feel like a lot of Americans, when they get the opportunity, like if it's their first time ever, like they go over there and they're like, I gotta do Japanese style and this and that. Like if they want you over there, it's like it's for a reason. It's for what you brought. Like they have the Japanese style. Like they got their thing covered. Like if they want you, like go over there and bring you. Don't try to go do them. Go do you. And I just wish that's something I would have did more. But again, like I was fresh out of my school. Like I was still trying to figure out who I was as a character, a worker, and all that stuff. And like I feel like I was trying to maybe do like some of their stuff or whatever they wanted. I didn't know for real what I didn't know what the presence that I could bring over there, and I wish I knew that. But it's all part of a learning experience. I wish I could go today, as the fully developed person and wrestler I am. I feel like I could really do damage there more so now. But I mean, it was a great experience. Like you said, some of the top notch people, Katie Hojo, who's in WWE working with Io Shirai, like it's some real fucking heavy hitters out there. Like they go and they're respectful, and all they want you to do over there is come and try, and they appreciate that, and they appreciate hard work for sure.
Who was the person that you would say that you kind of learned from while your time out there the most? Kind of just seeing them in the ring, being in the ring with them, seeing them behind the scenes. Who was like the person that you kind of just was like, I got to get to that. I got to get to that.
That's a hard one to pick. I got to throw out a couple.
All right.
Akiazukawa, she's retired now. As soon as I got over there, they threw me in this heel faction called Oedo Tai, and like she was a leader of that, and she didn't speak a whole lot of English. I didn't speak a lot of Japanese. I learned a few words, but like wrestling is always the same language, and like when you connect with people, like you connect with them, and like we kind of had the same vibe and personality, and she would always say, "Me, you, same, like we were the same kind of people, like we go in there, we do our shit, but then we're kind of like calm and ease and laid back outside, and we just vibed, and I felt like she really looked out for me, like on a family type level, and like I appreciate that a lot. Like when I was over there, EO was the trainer, she was running training, and if anybody seen EO work, she'd do all that crazy flippy shit, that's how she run her trainings too, and she would do the drills, and I'd be looking like, all right, I don't do that, but like all they want you to do is try, like, and they go in there and they see you trying, they're like, okay, like they respect that, they like hard work, and I mean, like I learned from everybody. Like I worked Kaidi Hojo a lot over there, and they work through concussions or whatever, like, and she dealt with a lot of concussions. I remember the first match I had with her, like we didn't have a chance to talk about a whole lot. I remember all she said was, me, concussion, please, no bumps. And I'm like, all right, okay. So I was just thinking in my head, all right, how many fucking submissions do I know? Like, let me do this. And like, we didn't talk about it a lot, but again, wrestling is like a universal language. It's a dance. Like when I go grab somebody here and move them here, like if you're a worker, you feel, and I felt like we just danced a lot together, and we didn't have to talk about a whole bunch. And like, I just thought that was cool, you know.
Yeah, you really got in there with such a talented crop in that Stardom
Mhm.
era that you came up in, and in that time, that is where we had the first formation of the Twisted Sisters. Correct?
Incorrect, sir. That
Okay.
happened before Japan. That actually happened before Japan. So right before I was supposed to go to Japan, I said like I just finished like my school. I did like 2 indie bookings. I started to get some more. Like I was supposed to work Thunder Rosa. I didn't know her, but like we got booked together on a match, and she messaged me and was like, "I'm excited to work here." I was like, "I don't know who this is." I'm like, "Okay, cool." Then I got the opportunity to go to Japan, so like all that stuff had got scrapped, and she was again. I didn't know her. She was one of the first people that messaged me like, "I see you going to Stardom. Congratulations! I know you're gonna kill it over there. If you have any questions, let me know." And I was like, "Oh, this is cool. I don't know this girl, or whatever." Like, and we kind of stayed in contact while I was over there. I asked her a few questions, and then like when I came back to the states, I went into 2015. I came back to the states 2016, and like we got booked again to work each other, and it was finally happening. And like her first time over in Japan, she joined the same faction that I did, but it was a different time. So like we tried to pump the matchup like, oh, sister versus sister, Oedo, because both Oedo ties, so like Oedo ties sisters versus each other. So like and like one of the first shows I came back to, she was there. We didn't work each other, but like we were just talking. She was asking me, how was Japan? How was everything? And we had the match. And we're like, before we worked the match, we get backstage talking. And I was just like, me coming from Japan, I'm like, yo, you better fucking bring it. Like, don't be afraid to hit me. She's like, oh, okay, I got you. Like, what's, And it was just one of those things. Like the first match is like, sometimes you just immediately click with people and have like immediate chemistry. And like, and that was it for us. Like we had instant chemistry in our match. Like we beat the shit out of each other too. And it was one of those things like when we got back to stage, it was like, oh, that was fucking brutal. That was dope. Just dapping each other up like, ah. And then like from there, we had people just started in that area, just started booking us to work each other again. And that's what we play it up in our promos, like Oedo Tai, sister versus sister or whatever. And it got to the point where we just kept working each other so many matches, and you get familiar with the person, and your chemistry starts going. And it was actually her husband, Brian Cervantes, who was like, "You guys always fight each other. Why don't y'all, tag one time? Why don't y'all decide to tag?" And we was like, "Oh, maybe we should do that." It was all his brainchild. He was like, "Yeah, you got sisters, call it the Twisted Sisters," and we're like, "Oh." It was all his brainchild. He's like, "Yeah, pay half your face, pay half her face." We're like, and it was that thing of like instant chemistry. Like we had chemistry from when we first like worked each other, and then like as a tag, it just crossed over.
Yeah, and you got that chemistry going up against each other. It kind of blends into that respect that kind of gives you that chemistry together. And
Mm-hmm.
you guys have it. You guys are kind of were, being out here in the East Coast in New York. You always heard about the Twisted Sisters, and anytime you guys were coming out into our area, it was kind of a hot ticket on the independent scene. But how has it been, kind of seeing Thunder Rosa's rise through the ranks in NWA as well as AEW, and then into the formation of Mission Pro Wrestling?
Absolutely amazing. Like, that's my best friend. Like, that's my sister, and so like, I know like all the bullshit that like this business is full of shit. Like, I love the art of wrestling, but I hate the business side of it. Like, because it's a business that it doesn't matter. It's not about. Unfortunately, it's not about who's the hardest worker, who puts in the most work. Like 3% of those people make it, and it's like a shitty amount of shitty people that rise to the top. And that's the truth, the God honest truth. And I know like her story, her struggle, and like people that have tried to like keep her down from day one, and it's like never been nothing about her but hard work and just putting in the grind. And people have just like tried to shit on her and like pull her down, and it's like all she's doing is like fucking working hard, putting this shit on her back. But it's just people that's like they want to hate and pull you down. And I've watched that from NWA, from AEW, like people that have tried to keep her from there, and she's like, and then I was like, nah, I'm still fucking here. Like, what about it? Like, so like, it's dope because like I know people still to this day like they're still trying to bring her down, and it's like just fall the fuck back. Like what is your like? Why are you mad? Like how? Like I don't understand how people can be mad and hate on somebody that's like doing it on their own. Like she ain't kiss nobody ass. She not second, third generation. She didn't marry somebody in the business to get where she's at. Like she's not buddy buddy with the booker. Like none of that bullshit. Like it's one of the again, like I said, it's one of the 3% of people that like their hard work, it can actually pay off. And it's like, and unfortunately, it's a lot of people in the business who work hard and grind, and it's like, and it's not gonna happen for them because there's so many shitty people in this business that try to keep them down. So like to see her be able to do that and rise and keep rising and wanting to put people up, like it makes me like, okay, there is hope for this business. Maybe not for me and other people, but like to see her, like that's dope.
Yeah, like her whole response to the whole speaking out movement, which was a real black eye on the wrestling business, and to kind of turn that negative into a positive with Mission Pro Wrestling, kind of tells you in a nutshell the type of person that she is. So I gotta admire the love and appreciation that you have for her as well. But does that love and appreciation deny any desire to be one-on-one in the ring back with Thunder Rosa one day?
When you say one-on-one, you mean like work her one-on-one? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, go one on one with her in the ring again.
I mean, no, I'll throw down whatever. I mean, like honestly, like mentally, I'm at a point where like I don't know how much longer I have in the business. Like again, like I said, I hate the business. Like I love the art of it, but like the business side, like for me, like I'm kind of mentally like I'm almost out of there. So like
Yeah,
I mean, I'll throw down with my sis any day. Like that's like this is something that I've grown to love. Well, I grew up loving. The business is starting to make me hate it, but like to have this as something you love and to be able to do it like with your actual true friends, like those are some of the best times ever. Like so the times like that I get to work her or tag with her, like those are some of the best times in the business because like it's doing something you love with your actual true friends. Like there's no better feeling than that. So I will always, whenever if she want to throw down, she know where I'm at.
so I definitely feel you when it comes to kind of the difficult side to kind of look at when it comes to the business. It's not good, and I can only imagine how it is for you as a professional wrestler and being a female professional wrestler as well. It's a whole list of things that you guys have to deal with. But what would you say is like the one thing that gives you that feeling of kind of just being done with the business?
There's no one thing. Like I said, like this is a business where like it doesn't matter. Like I'm not gonna say it doesn't matter, but like it's not the end all be all factor. Is not how hard you work. It's not how hard you train. Like it could just be some bitch that doesn't like you, and it's like, oh, please don't book her ever. And it's like you're never gonna work for that company because this person is dating so and so who's the booker, and they say I don't like her, and then you'll never work there, and that's it. You can work as hard as you want. You can train your butt off, but because that person said, oh, I don't like her, don't book her. They're never gonna book you there. It's like, and like so many doors could get shut off of stupid petty shit, and you can keep training your ass off, working this and that, but these certain people in charge have already determined, up, they're off our list. We're done. And it's just like, when we give so much to this business, like putting our bodies on the line, and like just the fact to know, like there could be no reward, and it's like at some point it's like I've sacrificed everything, and COVID has only put it more to light how easily this can be taken away, and it's like just to sacrifice everything and know, no matter how hard I work or how hard I try, like it might not even matter, and like at the end I could do all this for nothing and just have a broken down body and nothing to show for it. So not to go all dark on you, but
No,
yeah,
it's truth, and this comes from a person you have that experience. Like we said, you've been in the training process. You've been over to Japan. You've had a time at WWE, Ring of Honor, all these different places. So you've kind of seen it firsthand. You've experienced it. So this is the kind of truth that we want in conversations like this. So I appreciate it, honestly.
yeah, for sure, man. You ask the questions, I'll answer. That's all I got.
But we're gonna bring it back more to light here because we are
Fuck yes, Jesus.
we,
All right.
we are true heel heat. So we love to talk about the heels in the business. I called you the owner of 1004 knives, so you know a little bit about the dark side and the evil and the heel side. So in your experience, being a professional wrestler, watching the business, who is the truest heel in your opinion?
Ooh. That's hard. That's good though. That's
And
hard.
it could be.
I don't watch wrestling today. It was not going to be anybody today. It was
No
not.
worries. It
I
could
don't
be
watch.
as a character or as an individual.
Oh my god. I could name so many people right now in real life that are real fucking heels because they're some pieces of shit. But when I retire, let's go back and I'll tell you that. But
I'm definitely hitting you back up just for that.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. Once I retire, I'll drop all of it. I can't say who's like the top. Okay, I'm just trying to think. Like when Vince McMahon came out as the Mr. McMahon character, like I would say that's like that's some heel shit because it's like you got Stone Cold, this guy who comes to work, does whatever the fuck he wants, drinks a beer. Then you got this arrogant boss who comes out and is like, you know, you're gonna do what I say, you're gonna be fired. And it's like, so you got your boss like fucking nagging you because everybody, a lot of people have a job they don't like or a boss they hate, and you got Stone Cold's like, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want, I'm gonna beat this boss up, and every week he's coming out like I'm gonna have you arrested, this and that. Like I felt like that was a good interpretation of like a heel character and how to get heat like there. But I feel like there's so much more. Damn, I wish you would have gave me this question in advance. Like that's a good one though. No, that's a good one because I know I'm gonna think about it once we're done with this.
See, we're leaving room for the next interview. That's what we're doing here. So next one I have for you, as far as heels in the business, the best group of heels, stable. So you know you can go with the four horsemen. You can go with your group in Stardom. You can go with D Generation X, NWO. Who is the best group of heels that you've ever seen?
I mean, I feel like it's more old school. Like I feel like people like DX, NWO. Like I feel like I fit in that category of heels with them. Like they're heels, but they still get cheered. Like
Yeah.
I like I don't even call myself a heel anymore because it's like I go out there and do what the fuck I do, but like people still cheer me or they gonna boo me. But it's never like I'm at the point where people are just not fully against me, even though like I have that Stone Cold mentality. Like I'm not a cheery baby face. I'll come out and do my thing, and people like that. I don't know, yeah, like that. I feel like I'm in that tweener, and I feel like people like the NWO DX they did heel stuff, but at some point the crowd was like, "Oh, that's cool," you know, we like that. And I feel like I'm in there in that mix. So I don't call them full heels. I feel like you got to go back to like days of like the Heenan family and stuff like that. Like true heels, true heats, like crowds booing them, not liking them, not wanting to be on those sides. I feel like real heels are like more old school. Like I don't watch a lot of wrestling today, so I can't
Yeah.
say today. I can't give you yeah.
And
Um,
it's hard to get heat nowadays anyway, so it's
I mean
better.
I don't know. Everybody wants to be cool too. Like
Yeah.
if okay, if you're people on the independent scene, look up Darius Carter. Look up Darius Carter. If you do not know him, that is a true fucking heel character, top to bottom. He ain't out there trying to get nobody's approval. He makes you want to hate him legitimately. That there you go, Darius Carter. Shout out to him, another unsung hero who I hope he gets his due one day. Like that is a true fucking heel. That's you want to know how to heal it up. That's how you heal it. He ain't trying to be the cool guy. He don't want you. He's doing everything he can possible to make you not like him. That there we go, Darius Carter.
You don't know. I have like goosebumps right now because Darius Carter is like THH's favorite wrestler. The whole show. He's the only wrestler we've ever had on our podcast. We've interviewed him a few times. Darius Carter, 100%. You know,
Yep.
I told you we're from the East Coast, New York. He's always out here.
Okay.
He's with
Yep.
Battle
Yep.
Club Pro, all these different promotions. You are 100% on point. If there's one independent wrestler that you need to go out of your way to watch and see a true heel, it's Darius Carter. I agree with
Yep.
you
Ain't
100%.
no in between about it. Ain't no tweener. Like people hate that man. They love to boo him. Like he does his job. Like flat the fuck out.
100%. So, of course, we started the conversation talking about Mission Pro Wrestling, but to connect the two, who is the best female, the truest heel out of all the females in professional wrestling, whether your time watching it or in your time in the business?
Oh, you got some tough questions. Jesus. Oh man.
That's what we get here on Tru Heels BTR. We get the hard hitting questions, especially at the end.
Yeah. Okay. It's somewhere in between. I gotta go with Sensational Sherry and Luna Vachon. Luna Vachon because WWE was always about that. We want to promote the pretty girl and da da da. So she was always that like, especially in her time and era where they were pushing the girls with the big tits and all that bullshit. Like she made you like, oh, what is that? Like you wasn't trying to shake her. And I think she joined the Oddities at one time. That was crap, but like beyond any of that, like you wasn't trying to be a fan of her. You wasn't trying to reach out, touch her hand, like. And Sensational Sherry, just like as a fucking manager, just like her promos, it's like, oh, like R.I.P. Bless her heart, like Like I'm just hearing stuff in my head, like just the way she came at you, just yelling like, ah, yeah, like I gotta give it between those two for sure.
You just gave me a new dream match. Like my all time dream matches is going up there. Holidead versus Luna Vachon. Like that would be like you got the face paint, you got the rough housing in the ring. It
And I
just
mean,
would be
her and Gangrel were married. Like
exactly. You're
that's
the
all
top.
the history, in there. Yeah,
It's like mother versus daughter. It's like everything
I
is in there.
I would love, man, if she was still around for sure.
That would have
Absolutely,
been great. That would have been great. You load it up, create Holiday and Luna on 2K, and make it happen. People, put it on
make it
YouTube. I'll
happen.
watch
Make
it.
it happen. Yeah, I'll watch it. Tag me for sure.
And then the final question we ask this to every person on Tru Heels BTR: what is the greatest heel moment that you have seen as a fan or as a wrestler of the business? One
Oh,
moment that
come
just
on.
drawed so much hatred, and it could be with yourself. The one thing that you did in the ring that just drew that hatred from the crowd.
Ah, that is hard. That's hard.
I
Ah,
we force you to kind of think here on True Hill Heat. We want you to think in that memories museum. You've been in the business for a while now, and you kind of seen it. And you can even we've even had the Von Erichs talk about a prank where one of the wrestlers pulled the knife on another wrestler, and they called that the greatest heel moment that they see. So it can be behind the scenes stuff too. So trust me, we are not trying to handcuff you here. Anything you have seen in the business that you would consider the greatest heel moment?
oh, that's hard. Damn, I don't know. Ah, damn, that's tough. Okay, the greatest heel moment. Like I feel like saying the Hogan NWO thing is a cop out. I don't know. Like that's cool, but for me, it didn't. It wasn't. Like I do like the dark side, so I mean, I'm probably gonna go like far left with this one. Just the whole Taker and the Ministry thing. Like people say their favorite Undertaker was the biker one. Like mine was the Ministry. Like well, I say the dark side is the best side. Like I'm about that life. Like seeing that motherfucker like put people on his fucking cross. Like he took Midian, and he fucking cut his ass open. I'm watching this on TV as a kid. Like is this shit really? This motherfucker's cutting this motherfucker's open, bleeding, like hanging stone cold on your fucking cross. Like that shit was. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't a heel up because I thought it was dope as fuck. Like I was like, yes, fuck yeah. Okay, for me, when Taker tried to embalm fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin, he took that motherfucker to a goddamn funeral home. They was about to embalm him. He's talking in fucking speaking in tongues, like it's over. Like I'm not even about to fight you. Like we're about to end. Like this is what I do. I'm the Undertaker. We're about to end this. Like okay, and another one. Okay, Kane. Him when he had the feud with Kane, and Kane and Paul Bearer dug up their motherfucking dead parents, brought them on stage, lit it on fire, and chokeslammed the Undertaker into his dead parents' casket. Come on, like bruh, like what? How much disrespect is that? Like,
And people forget. People forget that. Like that's the best part.
right. That's what I said. Like, that's my favorite wrestler. So, like, I know, like, all the Taker stories, like those are the best storylines to me. Like, he dug up his dead parents, brought them to the arena, set them on fire, and chokeslammed them into his dead parents' casket. Like, bruh, like, come on, that's some heel shit. Like, I was like, oh, these motherfuckers disrespectful. Like, you gotta win this match, Taker. You gotta come back. Like, you gotta clap back on him. Like, that's
And
yeah.
I think it was the Taker Kane. They did like the sit down documentary before the final
Yeah,
farewell,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
they
yeah,
replayed that. They're like that's why I'm like dying of
yeah,
laughter because I
yeah.
remember it vividly now.
Like they went to the fucking cemetery, got the bodies. Like, all right, let's go. I'm gonna light these motherfuckers on fire. You want to come out, choke slam you in the bitches too. And I think Paul Bearer said something like, "Nah, you can lay with your dead mama and daddy or something." Like Paul Bearer was so disrespectful with him. I was like, bruh, yeah. All right, I'm gonna go with those moments for
Perfect.
me. That's it.
Perfect moments in a nutshell. Like and the fact that people forget that the
Like,
Undertaker tried
like
to
that, those
embalm
like
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
those are some of the greatest storylines to me. Like again, like I'm about this dark side of life. Like the knives, like the character, like this shit's not a gimmick. Like this is all like encompassed in here. So like like so the Taker storylines, like when he had those like real deep storylines, like those was the best to me. Like I was into it.
100%. And yeah, just watch 1997 through 1999.
Yes,
There's a
like
bunch of
yes,
stuff
like
just
they was doing some wild shit. I mean, they were doing some wild stuff beyond that, but like, yeah,
as far as Undertaker storylines,
yeah,
that was
man,
peak Undertaker. I agree with
that
you.
was crazy.
So this has been great. Thank you so much, Holidead, for joining us on Tru Heels BTR Between the Ropes. Please give one final plug promotion for Wishes Granted Mission Pro Wrestling on February 6th.
February 6th, check it out. We're gonna be in Buda, Texas. It will also be streaming on Title Match Network. February 6th, Genocide's gonna fuck around and find out why I ain't just some motherfucking target. I'm gonna fucking switch her gears, turn back to the clock. We're gonna turn her back human because she gonna feel every pain in the fucking world. She made a promo, said she don't need no weapons. Like, nah, honey, the knives is not weapons. That's what I play with. That's what I cut myself with. So I make sure I'm still real so I can check the pain out. And she gonna fuck around and find out. So yeah, make sure y'all check that out. February 6th, Holidead versus Genocide. Fuck around and find out. Yeah.
There's gonna
Yeah.
be some hurt people in Voodoo, Texas.
Hurt people. And I'm hurt. I'm hurt. So hurt people. Real talk. That's real. Yes, it's going down.
And please tell them where they can find you on social media.
Oh, I'm trying to leave social media, but while I'm still here on Twitter, it's Holidead. I have a Facebook fan page, Holidead. Instagram is Holidead and one word. You can go to storefrontier.com/Holidead. Email me only if it's business, holidayWrestling@gmail.com. But Tru Heel can tell you I might take a while to respond, but if you're serious about it, don't give up.
Exactly. That's what it's all about. But
Be
yes,
persistent.
please check out Mission Pro Wrestling Wishes Granted on February 6th. It's going to be available on demand for those who are not in the Texas area on Title Match Wrestling Network. I know I'm going to be watching. I hope you do as well to see Holidead one-on-one with Genocide and hurt people. Fuck
Fucking
around.
right.
We'll
Fucking
find
right.
out. Put your comments down below. Let us know what you thought about this interview. Let us know what you thought about Holidead here. Give us a thumbs up. Share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family. Push the iCard to subscribe and the bell below that to press all for all notifications for all the great content right here on Tru Heel Heat. So, this has been Tru Heels BTR with Holidead. Check out Mission Pro Wrestling on February 6th. It is me, your Tru Heel Phenom SP3. I am signing off until next time.